Hello everyone and welcome back to another review. And this one is going to be a review of an Atlas Editions Scania aerial rescue pump from the Fife Fire Rescue Service. And I'm going to do a review of this one. So with that being said, I'm going to jump right on into it. So this one is a pretty nice model. It's from Atlas Editions. It's a pretty nice one. This one's from Scotland. And I'm going to zoom in. I couldn't take the case off of this one. It was a little hard to do. But it's probably for the better because I don't want this model to get broken. But this is a pretty nice one, as you can see. I like the detail on it. It says aerial rescue pump, and then it says Fife Fire and Rescue Service, which is pretty cool. Same as the last few Oxford die-cast Scania aerial rescue pumps. They have the legs on them, as you can see, right by the lockers, which is pretty cool. And then as you can also see, there's like a small locker at the bottom, it looks like, or a little area at the bottom. And then you got two lockers right above the wheels, and then you got the big one, which is right there, which is pretty cool. And then I'm gonna show you up close in the front of the cab. As you can see right there on the door, it's got that badge or crest right there on the door, which is pretty nice. That's a nice detail. I really like that it has those on there, especially like all the models I've shown you so far. They're pretty cool with the fire engines, so that's nice. Not a whole lot. I like the detailing on the doors, the yellow on them. That's pretty cool. It's pretty nice looking. That's nice. And then looking at the front of it now, as you can see, it's got the clear light bar across the top. And then you got that black thing right above the window. It's got, looks like, two extra lights or something right there along that black part, which is pretty cool. The mirrors, and then I'm going to zoom in on the grill. This is a P340, which is pretty cool. Nice little detail. It looks like a license plate or something right there at the bottom. A little writing, so that's nice. Really like that detail on it. I can zoom out. It's pretty cool. I'm going to turn it around to the other side. And as you can see, it says Scania Aerial Rescue Pump written on the stand, which is pretty cool. Although it's also written on the other side too. Pretty nice looking model. And I'm gonna kind of do a look from above on this one. So kind of the same thing as the Merseyside one. Pretty cool. Got that extra ladder right here that goes to the basket on this part right out here, right where my finger is, even though I'm not physically touching it. You can see it right there. Another thing too, as you can see up close, there's another ladder right there, right above, so that's pretty cool. And then it looks like you got some lights right above the lockers, which is pretty cool. Two small ones, nice. And the leg is of course standing out on that side. And then same thing on this one. You got a small, probably at the bottom, that's where they hook up the pump, I'm guessing. And then right on the top one, that's where the, close to where the basket is. If it was down, they would just open up right there, probably to get in. It's pretty nice. And then as you can see, there's lights in the bottom corners, so that's pretty cool on the bottom corners, which is nice. Then looking up at the basket, you can see where the this end part is right here. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit now, or better yet, I will just show you from above. At the end of the basket, you got that water gun right there, that area where they shoot the water out at. And then you can see another ladder right there on top, a little small one, so it's pretty cool. It's a pretty nice one, so that's a pretty cool one. So now I'm gonna give my overall view thoughts on this model. Oop, gonna have to zoom in. So this is a pretty nice one. I was able to acquire it from someone who sells these types of vehicles and told him I was interested, and he was able to get it for me. Pretty cool. I really like this one from my collection. It's a pretty nice one. I like it too because it's also from Scotland, so it goes great with my other Scottish emergency vehicles that I have in my collection. Pretty nicely detailed and looks very much like the thing you would see in real life. So it's a pretty cool model. I really love it. Really nicely detailed for a 1/76 scale model. And definitely, if you come across something like this, I would highly recommend getting it for your collection, especially if you like the 1/76 scale model emergency vehicles like this. These are the ones to get for your collection, as they're definitely worth the money and they will be great additions. And I would give this model a 10 just because of how nice it looks and all the detailing and features it has on it. It's pretty cool and it definitely stands out. So it's definitely worth the money if you get something like this. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and as always, please be sure you stay tuned for the next one.